Mentioned it in yesterday's video. I took the camera from on the tongue, took it up above, plugged it in up above, and it worked. The other one didn't. So see if we can get another one for it to replace the lower one. And don't know how clear it is, but I can see clouds and I can see stars. The clouds behind me, and I can hear this psst, psst, psst sound from out there. So just can't see it, but it should be in. Hopefully it hasn't been in too long. Might have been in a little longer than I wanted, because I was kind of guessing last night that it'd probably be in at 4, and I wanted to get it shut off right when it got in, and it's not 4 anymore. Be 5 here before too long. This is always the fun part. Once I'm close enough to it, I can see. Oh, dang it. Anyway, sprinkler, real. There you can kind of see it. Of course, shop lights. There's a bunch of little dark spots on the other side of the fence over there, between here and the neighbor's house. That's how I know they're out here. So it's in. Go shut the pump off. Make my way back up here. I probably should go to that corner right there. Interesting the way that was doing it with the sound of the gun. If I shut that off, it's a whole lot easier to crawl through there, and it's a lot easier to come into this field and crawl through the fence to move that tractor 20 feet than it is to open 2 sets of gates that I don't need to open. Always keep the head swung the other way. There's a screwdriver stuck in there to keep it from moving. Otherwise, I'd already been soaked with a couple 100 gallons of water that would have just shot out of it halfway down the hill. And when I get to the end, it'll shoot again. And the drain valve's on because there's pressure there, but it's not high enough. It's low pressure, so it's going to drain everything. And yes, I know the brakes on this thing are bad. They still stop it. And it looks like we're getting out of here. Look who we got here this morning. Good morning, sweetheart. What, you gonna get on the ground? Come here. Come here and say good morning. Oh, good morning.
See, I got bunnies done in my hair.
I realized I don't think I got her on video yesterday. So we got to get her today because we won't see her again till Monday.
See, I got bunnies in my hair.
I see that.
And I'll make sure her parents take video because she'll be in the parade Sunday.
That's right.
Huh?
Banks Barbecue Parade Sunday.
Are you going to be the princess on your boyfriend's lap?
She'll be sitting on little Ben's lap on a tractor.
I don't know if she'll have a piggy, which is just 1, or if she'll have bunnies, which is 2, huh? Piggies or bunnies?
She's looking at the reflection. Silly butt.
Is that Bampa?
Silly butt. Fight,
He's
huh?
peeing. You don't need to go over there.
But
He's going
leaking.
pee-pee.
He's leaking. Red's over there peeing in the grass. Blakely helped me feed the steers and the cows, but there was just no way I could get up on the plank and
You girls don't want to get back?
get that done with her. So I had to go get Ty. So Ty's got her. Now I can fill the
You
buckets
guys don't want to get back?
and get it done.
Huh?
And the auger doesn't want to turn, of course, so I gotta make it turn. Yep. Funny, I get up here with the buckets and they don't care that she's sitting there. They crowd their way up. They're getting better. Slowly but surely. Ty was just talking to Ruby and telling her she's a chunky,
Ruby,
but
you are a little chunky bunky.
there she is against the feeder. Little? What do you mean little? She ain't little.
Hey, she'll always be my little bitty Ruby. Itty bitty.
What do you think, cowboy? Want some breakfast, bud?
He's got a wart on the back of his damn ear.
Oh, I told you that a month ago.
Yeah, I know.
Probably noticed there's a wart.
Of his actual ear itself.
He's got one on his side of his neck too. Well, I scratched Sapphire's shoulder, and her butt was over here, so Blakely got the scratcher. But then she realized that it wasn't me. In and out, in and out. There we go.
Good girl, Sapphire.
Thank you, Sapphire. Yep, I'm raking. I decided to adjust the baskets, and they're still picking clean. I actually raised them up quite a bit. You know, that don't help the equipment to survive when it's buried in the ground, but one of those screws is actually against the stock to the end of the thread. So I don't know what to do there, other than when it's home, take the screw out, add more spacers underneath. And it's going to take me a while to do this piece, because I'm going to put at least 4 windrows together, maybe 5 or 6. I really don't know yet. And my wife, I got to wonder about her. Get you some scenery while we're here. This morning, she decided she didn't feel so good. I was out moving irrigation when Ty got there, and Ty texted me and says, yeah, Mom's not doing well. She's got a really bad gut ache, and she's puking, and, you know, all the good stuff in life. So, since, you know, I mean, I got to do something. I got to keep farming somehow. And when Ty let me know, she says, Mom's not in any condition to take herself in. So, Ty texted Becky's friend Sue and said, hey, are you up? And she says, yes. What do you need? And she says, can you take Mom to the ER? Well, I literally just got a phone call from Becky saying, yeah, it's diverticulitis. She said, I don't know what I did to do it. This morning earlier. If that's what it is, and I'm like, well, you know, some people eat prunes and it cleans them out and gives them gas and whatever else. Becky and her whole family, they can eat prunes all day long. Literally, all day long. Won't do anything to them. Won't change their constitution. Won't do nothing. But if Becky eats bananas, and the last 2 times she's bought bananas, I'm kind of thinking back and thinking maybe one of those times when she ended up in the hospital was the same week she ate bananas. She got them at the store on Tuesday, I believe. She had one Tuesday, had one Wednesday, had one yesterday. And she was gassy all night. I reminded her this morning that it seems to me the last time she did it, she decided she was swearing off of them. And there she's calling me. Let it rains it pours. Becky got a text from Mom saying, I need some help. I'm having trouble breathing. So, and Thailand is babysitting Blakely, but trying to help. And I guess when I get up here, I'm going to fold up and go home. See what the hell's going on. Well, I'm still here. Got a hold of Ty, asked her what was up. She said Grandma's sitting at the table, gave her some of the morphine that hospice supplied, bumped her oxygen up, and she's doing better, so hoping to leave here. I'd like to get something in a freaking bale at some point. But you know, life happens. And Becky is waiting for her medications, and then she'll be home. And I think she was going to call hospice. I kind of suggested that to her. Because, you know, at least let them know what's going on. And yeah, that power pole is straight up and down. This ain't too bad here, though. That's where I break down here toward that power pole that gets a little hairy. Not too bad if you got duals on. But without, and I don't know how that new baler is going to do on some of these hills. One reason I'm going to put 4 rows at a time. See if I can stay off some of the steeper parts. Worst spots like right there and then right here where I'm coming to. I knew I'd be getting a red arrow. Lopsided windrows. Because the way I had to do it. It is what it is. I just got to crowd it really, really, really hard one way. That's a bale from the neighbors. You can see the dark spot there to the right. That's because that one's kind of a wet one. And Ty is somewhere behind me picking up a bale. I know this because I saw her in the camera. And I'm damn glad I got the camera working because there's no way in hell I'm going down into that corner with the bale hanging on my backside. The bale on the backside takes weight off the back of the tractor. And that just makes issues. I was there a long time ago with 2294 on the 4900 Eston. There, I see Ty. She got one. She was all worried about it. I said, there ain't gonna be much here, kid. I mean, I'm on my 3rd round, and I got 2 bales on the ground. Oh, we just tied another one. And so far, from what I can tell, things are alright. Number 6, I don't know if it's hanging on the wiper arm or if it's hanging on the bill hook. But until we get 4 flakes in the left top number there, they don't all move. And there we go. So I'm guessing it's hanging up on the yeah. You know what I mean? On the crook in the wiper arm. Anyway, I had to rake this. I got short windrows here to my left, and I ended up past where I could get on that one. So right now is a good time to do this. Catch these, or just one of them. And yeah, I know I'm going slow. I started out in 2nd gear and flying until I got over in the hill. That's when I chose to slow down because I just don't like taking my chances anymore. You know, 40 years ago, Slimmer and I here in Gopher broke. Oh, I probably should say stuff with Mom. I mean, she seems to be alright. Apparently she was having trouble breathing half the night. Didn't say anything. Yes, Becky's got diverticulitis. I think I already mentioned that. I don't know. So, yeah, got in for lunch, got to see Mom. Rake tractor's in the next field up the hill. Brooke came out and got Blake. I didn't know Brooke was coming out. She calls me when she's almost to the farm and says, hey, do I need to come get you? I'm like, what, huh? As far as I know, everything's okay. So, that's what I know. And I know I'm liking having the camera again. We still gotta go through Amazon and see what we gotta do to get a replacement for the one. What the field looks like. Looks pretty good now. I got a load. Part of a load. I got 4 bales on. It was in enough to make it home. Yeah, that squeak in here. Had all that apart a year ago, and things didn't go back together quite right. It drives me crazy. So we're gonna take it apart again at some point. Anyway, I get up here. Ty has me loaded, which I figured she would. And she goes to grab the straps that were on the floor in here. She got stuck or bit. I think she got bit. She got a kit bite. They're in that mirror. Well, yeah, I'll spray some shit up in that mirror when I get home. Anyway, I'm gonna get back with this and two of these bales. I know we're wet, so we're gonna feed them. And by then, it's a day. It's been a day anyway. Just have to wait for the night to get there. Yeah, she's at the intersection behind me right now. Freaking automatic. I get when they want. Instead of when I want it to. Get a big load off of there. We opted not to feed when we got back. On the way back, Ty drove through a swarm of them freaking little bugs. And then literally she gets back here and I had that ready to unload out in front by the shop. And there was a few million or billion of those freaking little bugs. We were both half black with them and getting bit and hell with that crap. So we got closer to the air hose and blew the little bastards off. Back the baler in the shop so it's under cover in case it rains. And I brought this back here to get it out of the way, parked it that way, figured I could unload it where it's at, which I just did. The two dry bales up there on top. There's the two wet bales. And yes, I checked moisture. Those two dry bales are from 8 to 12%. Pretty much what my monitor was telling me. When it gets down that low, it's pretty accurate. But if it's, 15% or 16%, it'll say 25 or 30. It all depends on the field, too. These two, 2/3 of the bale of each one is less than 15%. But the other third of the bale is, one's 22 and the other's 24. So, and Becky's been sleeping most of the afternoon. Happens when that crap sneaks up on her. Been pretty much a year ago this week, that she was in the hospital. She was in the hospital and they were hoping to get her out for her birthday. Well, her birthday's in 3 days. Move that thing somewhere before we do too much more. Might have to make me a spot so we can keep that baler under cover in case it rains. I don't like them outside except when we're using them or, stuck in the field somewhere. And it's a pain in the butt tarping them. And yes, we tarp the big baler just like we used to tarp the combine all the time. So anyway, oh yeah, and the bees that got Ty, they were in the passenger's mirror. They got sprayed. So, hey, hope y'all had a better Friday than we did. Everybody has a great weekend. Thank you for watching.